Right. Right. Okay. So you remember this that the transition symbol is equal to specifically equal. Its transition symbol is defined as this this symbol, and it means that q multiplied by the sigma belongs to a set of states. So it says when you have a particular set of states, you have to multiply it by the input, that is input alphabet, and you will get a particular kind of a state. So definitely it means that for every state, if I just write it, because this is one of the important things, for every state and every input. So input is your input alphabet. If you, I am writing this in a uh, sentence here, so it can be for every state and every input, there will be exactly one transition. Okay, there will be exactly one transition. So just remember the concept that I have discussed, that what is the meaning of this one transition, that upon receiving a input of a particular input alphabet, the transition should be to a particular state. Okay, so this is right, this is a DFA. But if you do this, that upon receiving an input of the same thing, it goes towards different state. Okay, so this, if this is A, this is B, and this is C. So I know that upon receiving an A, it is going towards the state B. But here there is some kind of ambiguity here. So I don't know that if I am standing at the state A after receiving an input of 10, will I go towards the state B or will I go towards the C? Okay, so that is not a deterministic. That is not a deterministic finite automata. So determinism always mean that you have to have a certain, for every input there should be only one transition. So this thing says that. Okay, so it will be more clearer if I just start to solve some question. So now if you go to your slide that I have given you, okay, so in this slide it says the first question. Okay, so we will try to solve some question so that you get a better understanding. Just copy and paste. Okay. So this is your first question. Now we just try to solve this question. So you remember that the question says construct a DFA that accepts a set of all string over input alphabet A and B of length. So you know what the language of this is. Always, if you want, if you are drawing some kind of a automata, always remember that the first step should always be to write the language that is possible. Okay, so you know the input is A and B, only A and B input is possible. So the possible uh, two length string over A and B will be AA, AB, BA, and BB. Okay, so these are the possible states. Now to make a finite automata, that is more specifically a DFA. Now I am I'm start to build a D. Now see it very clearly, and if you have any kind of doubt, because this starting part, please ask me. I'm sure that you will have a particular kind of doubt. I will try to solve all the possible combination that is available in it, but be sure to ask, because if this question and this starting concept is not clear, it will become difficult. Okay, so don't worry, we will do lots and lots of practice. You will again understand it very clearly when we progress towards question. So if you see in the slide, I have given you 13 14 question. Apart from that, we will also discuss these questions in detail. So don't worry about it, it will be more clearer when you get into it. Okay, the first DFA is I am constructing. So you know that DFA contains the first state, that is called your start state. So always remember start state start. Always remember start state starts from a uh, just uh, Why is the razor not choose? Okay, okay. So first thing is your for our I think there is not working. Okay, so just wait for a minute. I again start. I don't know what is happening to it. So right now it's working fine. Okay. So first state you have to start is your start state that is denoted by Q node, and you know how to start this start state. You have to draw this symbol and write the arrow to the left of it. Okay, so this denotes the start state that what are you trying. So this is the first start state. This will always be necessary. You know that start state will always be there. There can be only one start state, but final state can be multiple. Okay, so to bring to draw a particular set of things, so you just take a smaller string. In this case, I am taking only A and A. I know that I have to draw a finite representation that can accept this A string. So I'm just drawing a skeleton, and that skeleton just accept A and another string called A. Okay. So to accept this string, I have to do this. Now this is your final state, and I just denote this by Q1 and QF. So QF, I just want to denote this by. Okay. There is no meaning to it. You can give any name to the state. It can be A, B, C, D. It depends upon you. So I just denote it so it becomes more clearer that what is the starting state and what is the final state. Okay. So right now, if you see this automata starts from this receiving the input of A and A. It is accepting the string and it is going towards the last final state. Uh, Okay, so the string acceptance depends upon it. Okay, if you are parsing any string like this is A, upon receiving input of A from Q node, it is going towards Q1. Upon receiving an input of A from Q1, it is going towards QF. Now see this QF is a final state. Yes, this is a final state. So it means that this A strings lie in this language. So it means the finite representation is answering yes. Okay, so you remember this that I've told you this multiple number of times that we need a finite representation, more specifically called a DFA, that can, after entering a certain string, it can input that yes, this string lies in the language, no, this string doesn't lie in the language. Okay, so in the same way, I also want to do all this string because I have to create a finite automata for this particular language that is given in the question. Okay, this is the language. So I will also want to accept this string a comma b, a b. So a, now it should be b here. Okay, so b is also there. After that, there is another string ba. So I just take a b and right here. Now b a is also accepting, and after that bb. So b followed by b again is going towards the final state. So just remember the rule of DFA. DFA says that now this rule will be more clearer that for every state, uh, okay, just wait for a minute. I don't know why it's behaving like this. Okay, so it says for DFA has a perfect rule that says for every input, for every state, input has to be defined. So this is the rule that I have discussed. Input have to be defined. That is also defined in the transition symbol. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Suppose see at this the transition of q node. So this transition should be q node of A, q node of B. So these both transitions on this should be defined. So Q node after receiving an input of A, it is going towards Q1. Q node after receiving an input of B, it is going towards Q1. So this the transition of A, because the input alphabet here is A and B. So on Q node, the transition of the transition of input alphabet is defined. Okay, so we have no problem with it. So q node is correct, because I want that for every state input has to be defined. For this q node state, A and B has to be is defined in this particular context. Okay, so in the same way, see here transition for q1. So q1 after receiving a input has to be an exact transition, and transition of q1 after receiving a B. Okay, so these are the input. A and B is the input. So both these symbol, both for both of these inputs, state has to be defined. Okay, so for q1 after receiving an input A, it is going towards qf, and for q1 after receiving an input B, it is going towards again qf. So on this q1 state also, or both the on q1, the transition A and B is defined. Okay, so it is going towards a particular state. So that is also correct. So this rule is again abiding. Okay, so now in this last state transition, after receiving a, it should go to some state. After receiving a B, it should go to some state. Okay, so if you see here clearly, it is not defined here. Okay, so by following the rule of DFA, I have to define A and B on this state also. Okay, so I have to define a transition of A and B on this state also. So what do I do? How to define it? Okay, so if I just do a self loop here, suppose I am doing a self loop here, what happens is that suppose now the language that is defined here, AA, AB, BA and BB is accepting, that is right, no problem here. But the language that should be not in the language should also not be accepted. So this is the first and foremost rule. Just listen to this carefully that I am saying. The designed finite automata, more particularly a DFA, should accept the language that is defined, and should also reject the language that is not inside it. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Suppose this AB, BA and BB is accepted by this finite automata. Okay, but this language or this string should not be accepted in this language. Okay, because this language has only four strings here. So this fifth string does not lie in the language, and this finite automata also should not accept that string. Okay, so if you parse that string, so if you see this, after receiving on q node, after receiving an input of A, it is going towards q1. This after receiving an input of B, it is going towards qf. Okay, so this is a parse here, and after receiving an input of A, it is again staying at qf. Now all the strings are over. Now see, this is the final state. Now this string, it means that it is the final state, and this string is accepted. It means A now lies in your language, which is wrong. Okay, I do not want it. I only want these four strings to be in the language. That is how accurate a depiction of automata will be if I do this. Okay, so what shall I do? What do I do to take care of this problem? Okay, so it is clear that I cannot apply a self loop here. If I apply a self loop here, it will be problematic, because another string that has a length greater than 2 is also accepted there. Okay, so what do I do? I again form another state. Okay, so that state is also this state. Now I am particularly calling this as a QD. Okay, so after transitioning from this state, it is going towards QD, and this QD after coming at this state, all the string will remain there. Okay, so now see here, what happens now. I have to check the rule that for every state input has to be defined. Okay, now for this state QF, the input A is transitioning towards QD and the input B is transitioning towards QD. Now see the transition of it also, this rule has to follow again here also, QD B. Now at receiving an input of QD on A, it is staying at QD. Receiving an input of B, it is staying at QD. So the first rule, that is the most important, first and foremost rule, that every for every input, for every state, every input has to be defined. Okay, so see this, the you see the transition symbol at every state, every input path transition is defined here. So the first rule is satisfied. Now this is a valid TF. Okay, now see here, now we have to check another strings, like the strings that are not in the language is also should not be accepted by the defined automata here. Okay, so the possible strings that are be that are there, like ABA. Now we know this string contains a 4 length, so this string does not lie in the language. Okay, so if it does not lie in the language, so the finite equivalent finite automata should reject this string. Okay, okay, only if it rejects the string, now we are on the right path. Okay, so now what do? I just check again it on receiving an input of A from Q node, it is going towards Q1. Okay, after receiving an input of B on Q1, it is going towards QF. Okay, so after receiving an input of A, it is going towards again QD. Okay, again after receiving an input of A at QD, it is going towards again QD. So QD is not a final state. QD, as you can see, it is not a final state. It means that A does not lie in the language. That is correct. I only want two length string, and by designing this automata, it becomes possible. So why did I write this as a QD? If you can see this, I specifically call this D as a dead state. Okay. So why do I need this dead state? Why? What did I do? Okay. So I want uh, okay, means one more digit add in AA or AB and AB after self qualify. Chirag, I don't understand your question. If you just speak up, what are you asking? Hello, Chirag. Again, please repeat it. Your voice was not clear. हम्म हम्म हाँ, तो ये 3 डिजिट एक्सेप्ट नहीं होने चाहिए ना। अगर फाइनल पे मैंने सेल्फ लूप लगाई तो प्रॉब्लम आ रही थी। प्रॉब्लम क्या आ रही थी कि A B A ये लैंग्वेज में नहीं है ना स्ट्रिंग, ओनली 4 ही स्ट्रिंग इस लैंग्वेज में है ना। तो A B A नहीं होना चाहिए लैंग्वेज में। तो इस ऑटोमेटिक से अगर मैं यहाँ पर वही वही आई विल रिपीट द सेम प्रोसीजर है, व्हाट विल हैपन if I just apply a self loop on it. Okay, so just see, if I parse this ABA, now this is a 3 length string. This should not be in this language because this language only contains 2 length string. Okay, so what happens it there, if I parse it, upon receiving an input of A from Q node, it is going towards Q1. Upon receiving an input of B on Q1, it is going towards QF. Okay, so at receiving an input of A at QF, it is again staying at QF. So it means that everything that ends in QF, it means that the string is accepted and it is in the language. So that is a very wrong thing because ABA should not lie in the language. Only the language possible strings are written here. So I want something, I want another notation that it should not be at QF. So if I want to say that after the arrival of third, I will say, after the arrival of third string, it will go to a state called a dead state, and it will stay there. Okay, so that is why I'm calling this a dead state. That after this here till here, the length is 2. Okay, so here, from here the length is 1. For here, suppose starting from here the length is 0. Here the length becomes 1. Here the length becomes 2. Okay, so now here the length will be 3. I want these 3 length strings to not be accepted. So that is why if any strings come after this 2 length, I am diverting it to a dead state. Now dead state is what? When any string comes, it just goes at that state and stays there. Okay, so if you see the self loop, if after a b b, after bb another a will come, so it will go towards the dead state, and after that anything that will come will stay there. So that is why I'm calling this a dead state. Okay, understood? Okay. Okay, so I believe that again you would have many questions regarding it. Okay, so I'm happy to answer those questions if you have any doubt. Okay, again, as usual, you can enter it in your chat, or you can just unmute your mic and ask. Okay, any question, don't worry about it, because you are just starting, so no question is silly. Okay, so if you have understood, please give me some kind of feedback, reply in the chat box that yes, we have understood the question. Okay. Okay, so thank you for replying. I know that this will be a very difficult task for you to understand, because we are not in a traditional classroom setting, so I cannot monitor you, because I cannot see your facial expression that you are understanding it or not. So I am just only relying on your verbal feedback for it. Okay, so now if still you do not understand, just remember two concepts here. The first concept is for every input, for every state, the input alphabet has to be defined. Meaning on Q node, on Q node, the input of A and B should be defined here. So see this, the transition of A and B on Q node is defined. The transition of A and B on Q1 is defined. The transition of A and B on QF is also defined. And the transition of A and B on QD is also defined. So always the first step is to create a language. The second step is to check that this property, that transition symbol. Okay, so always remember this. After that, always remember there are some things that how a string is accepted. Okay, so string acceptance is one thing that if I write it in a informal thing, that I am just saying it so that it will be more clearer to you. A string acceptance is that a string is said to be accepted. Okay, so any string is said to be accepted if upon scanning, what do I say, if upon scanning the string from left to right. Okay, for if scanning the string from left to right, if upon scanning the string from left to right, uh, it we can reach from initial to final state. We can reach from initial to final state. So this is kind of informal definition that I want to give about this string acceptance. Okay, so if that upon scanning this string you just reach this state that has a double arrow to it, it means that this string is accepted. If however you land on any state that has a single circle, it means the string is not accepted. So if you land on this, it means the string is accepted. If you land on this, the string is rejected. It is not lie in the language. Okay, so for language acceptance, so always remember this. This is a kind of a tricky part. Okay, so what if you are starting it, what you will do, you will design a language, design a automata First step is you write a language, and that written language, and you design the automata, that is DFA. And after designing the automata, you only check only the strings given in your language. Okay, but the good practice is that also this automata, if a string, if a particular string lies in your language, okay, it always accepted. But this is also a good practice that if a string that doesn't lie in your language, it should also reject it also. Okay, so language acceptance, you should not only check the strings that this automata should accept, you should also check the strings that are not in the language. It should be rejected by your designed automata. This is a language acceptance. So if you keep this 2 points in mind, I don't think it will be very difficult for you to understand. Okay, so going towards this second question. Okay, so I just go from again from PPT here. I think you can now easily do this question. I'm just copy and pasting this question on a notepad. So I think you should try to solve this question right now. Okay, so if try to solve this, I again tell you the solution, what is the solution to it. But please try to solve it yourself. In After 5 minutes, I will tell you the solution. Okay, so it is saying that construct a DFA that accepts the set of strings over A and B. You know this, what is A and B, and of length that is greater than or equal to. Okay, so it is this is also the same way of saying the question, that construct a DFA, where W belongs to A, B, so it is defining an input alphabet and the length of W. Okay, so if I just write this as this, so it becomes the length. Okay, so the length of W should be equal to or greater than 2. Okay, so just try to do this question. I think you fairly will easily solve this. If anybody, take a copy and a pen, try to solve this. If anybody has done it, please share your screenshot on the chat box. Okay, so we'll take 5 minutes. I think you can easily solve this if you understand the first question. So, yes, yes. So while Mhm. Normally the input. No. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. So something not fine. Mm-hmm. So then how will it handle that? Okay, so the concept of this is not in this. Okay, so that is a concept of network security. So this subject is you should say that uh, come in the time where there is no coding and there is no network security. So we have not take care of that problem that you are defining, that there can be any kind of anomaly here. So the defined question is that input will be A and B. It cannot be outside of this. So that is why this is a theoretical concept. Okay, so you are saying it that this is correct. You are what you are saying, but that is a practical problem. Okay, we are studying the theory part of it. Okay. Then can scroll up a little bit. Okay, okay. Scroll up. Okay, okay. So if you want to see the previous automata, sure, sure. Now it is visible. Yeah, I just. Okay. Okay, Raghav has said Q will have a self loop and Q do will be just after the input state. Okay, Raghav, you are partly correct. Partly correct that QF will have a input state, but I will tell you why QD is not possible here. Okay, so sigma means okay. Satyendra, sigma. This particular notation means the length of it. Okay, So if I write this, so this means the length of W. Okay. Yes, Raghav, you are right. Okay. Yes, yes, absolutely correct. So, which base has said us photo, and that photo is correct. Also, Rohain Amrita, I cannot see your photo, yaar. What happened here? It is taking me to sign in. Okay. Here the length of W is 2. No, Satyendra, in this question, the length of W should be greater than or equal to. Okay. So this only means it denotes the length of W. Okay. So if I write this length of W, it means length of W should be equal to or greater than 2. Okay. Okay, Raghav, you said that is correct. That you have already said it that there is no Q and QD and QF will have a self loop. That is correct. Okay. So I think most of you have got what will be the answer here. So again, I will again follow the procedure that you will not get confused here. Okay. So please, it will be somewhat difficult in the starting, but please use this thing. Okay. If you are expert, if you have done like 50 to 60 question, you will not need any kind of a guidance, but starting with it, there are some kind of guidelines that I suggest that you will follow, so to avoid any kind of mistake. Okay, so the first thing written here, though, this question can also be like written like this: construct a TFA that accept. So this is purely written in English language, but in textbooks you will always find this question like this, so it will become very difficult for you to understand. That is why I'm saying that please do not take up the textbook right now, because these set of questions are fairly basic, and these basic questions are not there in the textbook. They start with a very advanced question in the textbook, so that is why it will become very difficult. That is why I have given you a simple uh, problem set so that you can easily get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so firstly, the first step, you always remember that you have to write a language set. Okay, so the language set will be, it is saying that the length of W should be greater than or equal to 2. It means that A should always be there, is equal to or greater than any string that can be of length greater than 2, and these strings can be infinite, you know it. Okay, so this is the language that becomes infinite. So always take to draw a particular, what do I say, skeleton, take up the minimum string. So I'm just taking the first string A and A. I'm just drawing a skeleton here. So it should accept the string A and A followed by A. Okay, so this is Q naught, this is Q1, and this is QF. Okay, so you know it is A is accepting, so AB should be accepting. So I'm just writing this B, and also B is required here. So all these four strings are accepted. Okay, so that is correct. Now I want that the length, if the length greater than 2, it should also be accepted. Okay, so if I just write this as self loop here, it means that all the strings that are greater than 2 will also be accepted within this. Okay, now the question lies that again in the end we have to check the transition property. The transition property say that on every state, every input has to be defined. So for Q naught, the transition symbol Q naught A and transition symbol Q naught B has to be defined. You can see upon receiving an input F, it is going towards Q1, and upon receiving an input B, it is going towards Q1. In the same way, if you go towards Q1, it has to be defined by these two states, Q1A and Q1B. If you see it, it is going towards QF, so it is also defined, so no problems there. In the end, again, we have to see the transition from QF to A. transition from QF to B. Okay, again, if you see this, it is also defined. So this property is correct. Now our all the properties have been followed. This is defined. Now we have to, again I have to check the language acceptance. Okay, so what is the language that this string should be accepted? This string lies in this language because it contains length greater than or equal to 2. Okay, so greater than 2, this is also correct. So see this, upon receiving an input of A in Q node, it is going towards Q1. Okay, after at Q1, after receiving an input of B, it is going towards QF. Okay, so after receiving an input of A, it is again going towards QF. After receiving an input of B, it is again going towards the QF. After receiving an input of B, it is again stays at the QF. So if you see that QF is a final state, it means that the string this is accepted. Okay, so now another, the strings that will not be accepted are this a single length string, and B. This string should not be accepted in this finite automata. So you should also check it. Okay, so if I'm checking it from Q node, if I receive an input of A, I'm going towards only Q1. Okay, so it lands in Q1. It means what it means that this is not a final state. So this string is rejected by our automata. In the same way, if I input B here again, on receiving an input of B again, it is going towards Q1 only. So this is also not a final state. So it means that this string also not lie in the language. Okay. So always remember, not only check those strings that will lie in your language, also check some of those strings that does not lie in your language, and that should be rejected by your particular automata. Okay, so this is the main concept here. I think mostly you have understood. If you still have any questions, you can, you know that, right? Okay, so going now the next question again, just try to do this. So this is a bit tricky. I think you can easily solve this. The question 3 only says the same thing, but just it says that you have to get the string that has a length less than or equal to 2. Okay, so the one length string should be accepted, and two length string should be accepted. It is as good as saying that at most or at least. At most these two strings, or at least this two strings. Just try this question, I will tell you the solution. No, no, you can have multiple final state, but only one initial state should be only one. You can have multiple final state, don't worry about this. That is the answer to your question. Okay, so we have multiple final state in this particular question. Okay, so he said two final state, Varun, two or three, Varun, two or three, two. Okay, second and third. Okay, anybody build that? Yeah, yeah. Okay, Vasu has given. Okay, Vasu. Yes, Vasu has given. Correct. Basu, just Q2 on Q2 state, we haven't defined A and B. Okay, so just write A and B here. Baki, I think it is correct. Okay. Yes, but why it should be a final state? Yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So in this only this is the concept, right? You're absolutely correct. A should be also the final. Okay. I think most of you have done it. So again, I will follow the same steps that I just did. Okay. Right now, see this what I'm talking about. So do not do it in hurry. So first step is to write the language here. Now the first language here will be epsilon. Okay, so this is an empty string, and this string also has a length less than 2. So this string should also be accepted. Okay, so this epsilon, so now A should be accepted, B should be accepted, A should be accepted, B, AB, and BA. Okay, so this is a finite language. So always remember, for a finite language, a finite automata can always be built. If a language is finite, there is definitely a possibility for a finite automata. Okay, so specifically now, if you want to, if I am taking this as a initial skeleton for my automata here, so how to show that this is accepted? Okay, so the initial state is also the final state. Okay, so for this epsilon to be accepted, always remember the initial state will be your final state. Okay, so because at receiving an input of nothing, it is going towards the final state. It means that q naught is accepting a string of length 0, that is your null string. Okay, so that is also true, null string should also be accepted. That is why I'm making the initial state as a final state. Okay, in the same way, you know the drill, this ab. Okay, so AB goes towards this Q1. Okay, so after receiving an input of AB, again it goes towards Q2. So till here we have two length string, zero length string, one length string, two length string. I do not want any other part of string. So I also want one length string to be accepted. So I am making it as final state. I also want two length string to be accepted. I am making it as final state. But I do not want three or more than three length strings to be accepted. So what I'm doing, I'm just giving it another state, and that is your dead state. And after receiving an input of 3 or greater than 3, it should go in this dead state and stay there for eternity. That is why I'm calling it as dead state. Okay, so always remember that a dead state is always used when you just don't want a length greater than that, or greater than some specific point, or you just want that if a particular input come, it should go there and stay there. Okay, so that is why I'm using this dead state. Okay, so if you now you want to check it, so check this epsilon is accepting. Okay, A is also accepted, it is ending in q1. B is also accepted, it is ending in Q1 again. So AA is also accepted, it is ending in Q2. BB is also accepted, it is ending in Q2. BA is also accepted. So all two length strings should be accepted, and also check that the three length or greater than three length string should not be accepted. Okay, so see here, A from Q0 it receive an input of A going towards Q1. After Q1 receiving an input of B, it is going towards Q2. After receiving an input of A, from Q2 we are going towards QD. Okay, so at QD, after receiving an input of B, I am staying in QD. After receiving an input of B, again at the end B, I am staying at QD. So it means that I land in the state QD, which is not a final state. So this string does not lie in the language. So that is what I want. Okay, so now you have to again check the rule that the transition for every state, the transition symbol has to, for every input has to be defined. Okay, so for this q node, A should be defined. For this q node, B should be defined. Okay, if you see it clearly, it will be q1, q1 on q1. If you see it, A is defined, and also B is also defined. Okay, so this is one of the most important step. Most of these people are very most students are very in very hurry to solve the question that they forget to check this part. So I always suggest if also you are attempting high level gate examinations, they also do a trick question that the person will not check this part. Okay, so if you do not check this part, sometime uh, some state becomes less. Okay, so if I am not defining all the inputs of all the states, the state will become less. Suppose if I have not defined, suppose just I this is QD, and on QD A and B is defined on Q. Okay, suppose if I just do not define this part. Okay, so just I forget to define this part, your total states will become less. Okay, so the question for this, I just want to ask the question that how many states are possible for this particular kind of a question where the input alphabet is AB and the length of the input and the length of the string should be less than or equal to 2. The answer here is exactly 4. But if you do not check this, that the transition on Q2, the transition of A and B is defined or not, you will just draw this part and you will answer 3. So that is a trick we always apply to get you to answer the wrong question. Okay, so this is one of the most important step. Most of you will, I know that most of you will just in a hurry and forget to check this part. Okay, so I'm just writing it for your reference, but you can again check it that on Q0 A and B is defined, on Q1 A and B is defined. It only take 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, this is one of the most important part that you should. Okay,